Welcome everyone, I am back. It is me, William D. Ness, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, thanks for stopping back in. And I bring with me today a gift, an amazing gift, a gift I've been hyped about for months, maybe even over a year, and that is a brand new game out today in beta. That is MultiVersus. MultiVersus was developed by Player First Games and published by Warner Brothers. And if you don't know anything about this, you might be thinking, Warner Brothers? Yes, that Warner Brothers. The Warner Brothers that brought us Saturday morning cartoons and a slew of movies I am sure that you love. And what that means for this game is potential. If you've played Smash Brothers, you know what crossover is all about. Now just imagine your favorite characters like Arya Stark versus Superman, or Batman versus Finn and Jake, Steven Universe. What can you even do in a fight? I don't know, but now we can see together. What I plan for us today is we're going to run through the settings just a little bit because this game has done a great job allowing you to customize your UI and your HUD to make it look however you want. Once we're done running through the settings, I'm going to take you over to tutorials where we can run through basic and advanced and see what little tips and tricks we can learn about this game. You might be familiar with Smash Brothers, but this game is a little bit different and it feels fresh, it feels new, and I figured this would be helpful just so you don't have to run and do the tutorial every time you forget a little trick that you want to learn. There will be timestamps below just so you could jump between either the settings, the tutorials, whatever advanced options there are. I'll put them down below so you can click ahead. Once we're done with the tutorials, I'll be dropping multiple videos at least once a week as you guys get to join me as we rise through the ranks. I'm going to become
a master.
I don't know if they actually named the ranks yet, but I'm assuming one of them is going to have master and I'm going for it. So let's head over to the settings. Look at Batman over here just going through his utility belt. This man's got everything. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Where'd I leave my damn keys? Alright, in the settings you can set up your controller. Legacy controller makes it very similar to playing on a GameCube controller. So if you want to go that route, you can. I am going to leave mine default for now. There's one thing that I usually like to change. I do not like playing with tab jump, so we'll keep that off. Very good. Everything looks pretty good right now. I think neutral special, jump is A. Oh, they left it. So I made dodge. I also made B. I do that just because it makes it easier for me to like wave dash. We'll get into that later on. But so far, everything looks pretty good. Alright. So next after that will be interface. So this is what I was talking about with the customizability. If you want, you could change where the scoreboard is on the top or the bottom. Damage position, you can make it so it's on the player. You can make it so it's on a scoreboard. You can make it so it's both. Let's leave it on just the player for right now. That's what I'm kind of used to from Smash Brothers. Cooldown position. This game shows you heads up cooldowns. So the cooldowns can show up on the player, on the scoreboard, which honestly would not be helpful for me. I'm not going to look up there every time that I have a cooldown. I like keeping it below me. You can change your own color, which is primarily what I came here for. Making myself green just kind of makes it stick out a little bit more to me. And, you know, if you're colorblind, I don't know if they have a colorblind option. They don't. But what you can do is you could just go through this. You have as many colors. Whatever works best for you, you can pick it, which is, I love that. I love that there's just that much customizability. That was an accident. So, back to interface. So you could pick enemy color. For multiplayer games, you could pick what the other players would be. Enemy color, I'll leave red. Ally color, I'll leave blue. Show my outline. So you can turn outlines off for yourself. There we go. It makes it a little bit harder. You don't pop as much. But, you know, if you like it that way, I don't want to say give it a more realistic view, but it gives you no outlines. Knockback influence visualizer. So knockback influence, you might be more familiar with DI, directional influence. That is what this game calls it. So this way you have like a dotted line or a projectile line showing what your knockback influence is. frame rate, this will show just my overall frame rate throughout the game. It just popped up over here, running at 62 frames, which, all right, pretty good. All right, guys, that was everything I wanted to show you in the settings. It was a pretty quick run through. I just wanted you guys to know that that option is there because I didn't know when I started. So if you have more questions, just drop them in the comments. But let's head over to the tutorial for now. We are here, we are ready. It is the tutorial. So the tutorial starts off, you get to play as Shaggy. Shaggy is sort of like this game's version of Mario, where he's, I don't want to say basic, but he's the most overall character, all-around character. He's pretty fast, he's pretty strong, easy to kill with, nothing too complicated. So let's get through and see what they teach us to do. Fundamentals, movement. Alright. Yeah, this game already started with Shaggy has this freaking run from the cartoon, man. Look at this. This is great. I almost said jinkies. I love it. This man's looking for clues and snacks right now. Alright, jump. So you have two types of jump. You can short hop if you want, and then you have a high jump. You get two jumps. Alright. You get two jumps, just I didn't get to show you that before. 1, 2. Alright, neutral dodge. So you could dodge in place. You could dodge right, and you could dodge left. Not everyone rolls. He has a unique little dodge where he kind of shimmies a little bit. Alright, air dodge. So you could jump and you get directional dodges in the air. You could dodge up, right, down. You could dodge diagonal. So I mentioned before that I like to wave dash, so you can do some of this too. So if you jump and you quickly dodge downward, it'll bring you straight down, or you could go diagonal and it'll just take you across the map. So it's just something that's a little bit higher level later on that just gives you good movement with some invincibility frames, just so you don't get hit. Alright, next will be attacks. So, alright, next we got attacks. So, you can just tap for a neutral attack. If you hold for Shaggy, he winds up. He's got a little bit of super armor, cool, which is cool. And then up ground attack. So all of these can actually be held. So side can just be chained into a combo if you just keep tapping it. Neutral can be held. Up can be held. And down can be held, but if you notice, only neutral in that had super armor, and that's just for Shaggy. Everyone's going to be different. So unlike Smash, this game does not have tilts. So you can, technically, your combo is like a forward tilt, you just keep tapping it, but there is no like holding it for a down tilt. It's just down smash. And you got your little charge up meter just so you can see when it's 100%. Alright, special attacks. So, neutral ground special. He goes Super Saiyan. For those of you who know the memes and you've seen it, oh my god. The fact that they mixed in Shaggy being like from the Dragon Ball Z universe, I love it. It's so good. So that's his neutral special. What it does is it's going to power up his next attack. Forward ground special is just a karate kick forward. Now, if you neutral special beforehand, you get more distance and you get more knockback out of that. Whoop! It's just gone. Down special, Shaggy looks for a sandwich because he likes sandwiches. Now to throw that, you would think that it might just be the special button again. It's not. You have to hit down special again. Alright. Now, with the power up, and if you hit down special, you do a shockwave. Which is actually kind of cool. You wouldn't know that otherwise. So down special. But if you grab a sandwich first, then you neutral special, this sandwich becomes super. Oh, I broke it. Hold up. This thing becomes super. And it's gone. But it becomes gigantic. It's actually kind of cool. And then up special, Shaggy's got, let me break this down. He's got a Shoryuken. They just made Shaggy like a combination of so many memes and it's hilarious. So let me just show you if you neutral special and up, you get a lot more range out of that. Significant more range. So next are our air combos, jump and neutral. He'll step all over you. Step on your couch like Rick James. Alright. So now jump and forward air. He's got the knee. For those of you who like Captain Falcon, this looks very familiar. I was so excited to see this. Up air. He's just got a little bit uppercut. And down attack, he's got a spike, which is actually pretty nice. Like, you got some pretty solid range on that. Alright, up neutral special. He can charge up in the air. Up forward air, you get that same side kick. When I say up, I mean jump, I'm sorry. And then your jump up special. If you notice, you could actually do your moves twice in the air. They'll get into that later on in advance, but it's just something cool that you get multiple attacks in the air. And then down special. You bring the house down. Shaggy he just smashes everything. It's more like a Hulk smash if you do that. So now we're just knocking Wonder Woman off. She's not really gonna fight back. There we go. Alright, so the damage below, just like Smash Brothers, the higher the damage, the easier it is to knock someone off. So we're just gonna kick her out of here. Get out. You're done. You're done. And then combos. So now they're just showing you what I was showing you before. You could string together moves for a combo. So side X, you just chain together a combo. A nice little two-piece. And our charge attack. So if we hold X, boom. And boom. And up. So as we saw before, Shaggy has that neutral special. He is enraged. And now enraged special. He does like a little bit of a, you get AoE. You get like a little AoE knockback shield. So let's pick up Shaggy's sandwich and hit Wonder Woman with a sandwich. And now teamwork. So this game, unlike Smash Brothers, is developed to be more team-oriented. They very much like the 2v2 aspect of it. So you can actually interact a lot more with your allies in this game than you could with, let's say, Smash Brothers or any other platformer. Like Wonder Woman, as you can see, can lasso her ally, which is actually insane. So if he jumps off the map, which he will later on, or like Rain Dog, you can actually save your ally from jumping off the map. Come here, Shaggy. No, no, no. That's how I picture Rain Dog would talk. Nope. Oops. What? Why is my neutral... There we go. My neutral wasn't connecting to them because I shot it off the map. It just... Come here, Shaggy. It just wasn't connecting. That was kind of weird. Oh. There we go. Thank you, Rain Dog. Okay. I am clearly rusty at state. There we go. There we go. We're better now. Alright, so you can drop through platforms with down jump, or you could just go straight through them if you hold down on the way down. So in this, you can use aerial attacks. So you can use, if I recall, it's you get 2 attacks and then you also get an extra jump. So I could do up A twice and then I'm done, or up B twice and then you get a jump. But you can only do each move twice. Alright. Woo! I almost lost it. Mr. Meeseeks! Alright. So, oh, okay, we're actually fighting. Woo! Wonder Woman, okay. And this is probably supposed to be easy, too. There we go. I will say the blast zones do feel a little bit smaller than the Smash Brothers blast zones. Alright, so that was the basic tutorial. You got to see a little bit of what Shaggy does. Now in the advanced tutorials, they're going to show us a little bit more of what's different about this game than other similar games. So let's head over to advanced. Alright, our first advanced tutorial will be dodging. Very useful skill, very helpful. I mean, everyone needs it. This is actually what separated the good from the bad in Smash Brothers. I didn't know dodging was a thing. I just didn't early on. So it's good. You can dodge in place, which is actually, it's not used a lot by me personally, but I need to use it more because it's called spot dodging. If you spot dodge, you don't give away bad positioning. It's just good to mix up. So let's use this.
Nope.
That was early. It helps if you know what the person's hitbox is. So when she crosses her arms, that's when you dodge.
Nope.
Early again. Or I could just, you know, look at the little meter and then dodge when the meter hits. Whatever is easiest for you. Alright, the dodge meter measures how long your invulnerability window lasts. Dodging will deplete this meter and shorten the length of your invulnerability. I like that. So pretty much the more full the meter is, the longer you stay invulnerable. The more you use this, the shorter you stay, so you can't abuse the dodge without actually getting offense in. So you have to move around a little bit. So as I'm doing it, it's going down and I am invulnerable shorter and shorter, and now I'm just not invulnerable at all. That's kind of cool. I like that. So if you engage in battle by attacking, you raise the dodge meter, so don't be a punk, fight. I was going after her. I am not even gonna lie. Alright. There we go. Little bit of combo there. Alright, more tutorials. Alright guys, what we have next are cooldowns. Certain characters' special abilities have cooldowns, whether it be ammunition for how many consecutive times you can shoot a projectile, or just a general cooldown for the move. So, for Wonder Woman, her lasso's got a cooldown. You can't just spam it to keep saving your ally, so you kind of want to time it so you're using it at the right situation. Otherwise, someone's going to be off the map and you can't do a thing about it. Ooh, that's so good. So you gotta wait. You gotta just wait for it. This is a long time. These cooldowns are kind of crazy.
I will ensnare you.
But it is nice. Like, the cooldown's long, but it's a projectile. It's a good move. Alright, cooldowns, very fast tutorial. Let's go to what's next. Next we have walls. I am excited about this one because wall jumping in Smash Brothers was something not every single character could do or do well. In this game, everyone can hang on to the wall, everyone can slide down the wall. I just read in the patch notes before this, they added something called wall fatigue. So you could only be on the wall for a certain amount of time before your slide increases, so you start to slide down faster. If you keep staying on the wall without hitting the platform, like without being on ground like Shaggy is right now, eventually you get wall fatigue where it does not recover your jumps and you do not recover your moves. So before wall fatigue, if you go back and forth from the wall, you could keep using up Bs or up specials, I'm sorry. You could keep jumping back and forth. But after wall fatigue, that does not come back, making it much easier for you to die, making you more punishable. So you don't want to stay on the wall forever. It's just not good for you. Alright, so you just slide down. So what I was talking about before is if I jump off, I get those. I come back. I can go up again. I come back. I could go up again. I come back. I could go up again. And you could just do this theoretically infinitely. With wall fatigue, these do not refresh afterwards. As you can see, I'm sliding down so fast. Wall fatigue popped up. I was sliding so fast. That was actually insane. Yeah. So that's pretty much walls. That's how wall jumps work. Wall fatigue. Everyone could do it. Very cool. I like how they implemented it in this game. So let's go to what's next. Alright. Armor. We all know super armor. We're familiar with Bowser, Donkey Kong, Ganondorf, the like. So certain characters in this game also get super armor. Notably Shaggy, Superman gets some, Wonder Woman gets some. It's pretty cool. So attacking armor will cause it to break. dealing damage but not knockback. So I can actually just break her super armor, and then she's vulnerable to knockback afterwards. And then all purple attacks, or attacks with a purple charge up, those will break through armor, ignore armor protection, and those will still do knockback. That was the wrong button. Alright. There we go. There we go. So look out for those. If you know you have super armor, look out for the purple attacks. They will pierce your armor. Alright, dodge jumping is next. So, like it says, dodge jumping allows you to carry your dodge momentum into a jump to leap further faster. This has actually been nerfed a little bit since the beta. I was reading that also in the patch notes. So, you can use this technique to move quickly and chase down your foes. So, perform a dodge jump by dodging sideways and immediately pressing jump. So it's like a reverse of the wave dash I showed you earlier. So wave dash, you want to do that. Dodge jump, you want to dodge and then jump. It's actually really cool. Like, you get some decent distance. That is a lot of speed. A lot of speed. Super fast. Let's go to what's next. Aerial combat, fighting in the air. What else needs to be said? So as I was saying before, you can perform 2 jumps, 2 air attacks, 2 air specials, and an unlimited amount of air attacks before touching the ground. That's, you get high. Look at this. Like, you can chase people down in this. So you could jump, air dodge, air up special, air dodge, and just repeat. That's kind of crazy. Like, you can pretty much chase people into the death zone. Like, you could almost kill yourself in this game. That's very nice. Like, getting used to the... You could probably side B into up B pretty nice. I can't use any more. That was risky. So using your air dodges first puts you in a pretty vulnerable spot. I do not recommend that. There we go. You get pretty creative. I guess finding out what combos are creative and what are cool to do. Because you just have so much freedom in the air, it feels like. Being able to mix around with the air dodges, the second jump, and 2 air specials is kind of insane. Let's see what we got next. Attack Decay. This is kind of like when moves used to get stale in Smash Brothers. Just don't be a spammer. Get creative, do something cool, make combos. Don't just hit the same button over and over. So attacks begin after Decay if it is hit 4 or more times in your last 7 hits. Oh, there's a noise to it too. You hear that? It makes a little noise now. I didn't realize that noise was attack decay. And it shows you that icon too. You're weak. Stop it. Do something new. Okay. I've hit her a lot of times with this move. When are we gonna stop this poor girl? There we go. Goodness. It, like, she pretty much was going nowhere. So let's try to avoid decay by hitting with a variety of attacks. Alright. I wish, like, they... Oop, I messed that up. Hold up. I have to kind of jump diagonal for that. But yeah, his down attack into up special, or jump special, is a combo. It's pretty nice. It's helpful when killing people at higher levels. He looks hungry. Let's just go to the next tutorial so this man can eat. It's falling. Fast falling, helpful. You could just make yourself fall faster. Like, it's good for comboing. It's good for changing up your speed so your opponent doesn't know what you're going to do next. You can kind of throw them off. So it's pretty nice. Alright, so you legit, but you could also stop. Oops. You could also stop your fast falling. If you jump after fast falling, the jump will go a little higher, farther, and faster. Oh, that's good. I did not know that. You also run out of your second jump. I need to stop doing that. Actually, I could actually cancel out of that by just air dodging. Hold up. I need to see something real quick. Yeah, I could just air dodge twice. I need to get used to that. I don't know why. Like, it's not natural to me, so it's not just coming to me that if I'm out of jumps, air dodge twice, and then I'm good. Before, I think Smash has only one air dodge, so you're out of luck. Alright, let's see what's next. Spikes. I love spikes. I love spiking. There's very little other ways that make me feel more enjoyment when beating someone other than a spike. Like, it's just, you chase someone off and you're like, nah, you're not coming back. I am the gatekeeper and you're not coming back. Oh, I didn't know she was just waiting for me out there. I thought that they were showing... There we go. I thought it was just gonna random... There we go. Whew, I have to get used to this spacing. I am very clearly bad at this. That is 2 that I've missed. 3. Oh my god, I'm out. That's 3 strikes. I'm out. There we go. I have redeemed myself. I love the little +1 counter too. Like, they give you the +1 before she's dead, I think. Like, they just know. They're just like, nah, she's not coming back. No, no! That was disappointing. There we go. There we go. That was ugly. That was disappointing. I would like to be able to do that perfectly, just 4 with no misses, but I'm rusty. I got no excuse. It was bad. All right, we'll get better. We'll get better. I promise. What's next? Dodge attacks is next. I actually didn't even remember that this was the thing in the game. So you could actually attack with a special or normal attack during a dodge. Who knew? So let's see how it goes. All right. So you just want me to dodge and jab this man in the face? Not Mr. Meeseeks. Oh, so it's a gap closer. Okay. Okay. I didn't hit all of the Mr. Meeseeks, but it was a gap closer. So you dodge, you use it to close that gap just a little bit, and you tap your attack, and then it's just supposed to help you cover space a little bit. Interesting. I need to practice that, to be perfectly honest. That needs practice. Next. Knockback influence, also known as DI, directional influence. It's just, it saves lives. Alright? It's like fire extinguishers or your seatbelt. Like, if you get knocked back, you don't just want to just let Jesus take the wheel. So you use knockback influence, you try to change your trajectory just a little bit, aim for that corner, try to make it as hard as possible for you to get knocked out. So let's see what they teach us. You can rotate your knockback angle by a few degrees in either direction. Knockback influence visualizer available in settings, just to show you what that trajectory. If you notice, Rain Dog either went straight back or he lobbed a little bit. So that lob is kind of what we're going for. Let's see again. Boop. That's what we want. Hold up or down. So I'm gonna hold down. I just went straight back. Now if I hold up, I lob and then I hit that wall. Now if I hold down, so I'm aiming. Oh, it's like target practice. That's nice. So they're trying to show you how you can aim for a spot right now. That is cool. This is something I might stay in and practice a lot more of, just because that's so helpful. So based on this, players that are knocked upwards, you have more play with your DI. If you're knocked downwards, you got nothing. You're done. If you get spiked, you're done. So I can sort of try to save myself. Almost. I'm trying. I am trying. Down and to the left, I'm... Like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna go straight up. I'm holding down and to the left, and it is not giving it to me.
A few moments later.
This Wonder Woman death animation sound is getting ridiculous.
Moments later.
We might be here for a while. We might be here for a little bit.
More moments later.
Alright, so I was defeated by that knockback influence tutorial. It might very well remain an exclamation mark for the rest of my life, because that was a special kind of torture. I was there longer than I really wanted to be. I won't let you guys know how long. Obviously, I cut this video. We're just gonna move to the elements. I'm sorry if my energy is down. I feel like a broken man. That was different. I could still hear her screams. I can still hear her screams. Elements. This game has elements: fire, ice, etc. So extinguish. Some elemental interactions can be used defensively, so Superman can use his ice breath to put out Raindog's firewalls. Alright. That is the wrong button. But that's awesome. I got a built-in fire extinguisher. There we go. What? I did not know about that interaction. So Raindog could put up a firewall and then use it to ignite his projectiles? I did not know that. What? That is insane. Because normal... What? So normally it's just that little spark, right? It's just a spark. So it's a spark that just hits a little bit. Or you throw down your ignite firewall, and then it has significant knockback, and it adds fire to him. So he's got a fire debuff on him. That's awesome. So they didn't talk about in elements was ice. So characters like Superman, if Superman's using his ice breath, if you're in it and that ticker hits the cap, which I think is like 15, the enemy becomes frozen in a block of ice. Superman's ice breath also, if you're in a team battle, your ally will get ice fists, and every hit from your ally will add another ticker. So the two of you together can just build up an ice debuff. And then Steven Universe has a bubble debuff, where if he hits you a certain amount of times, he'll actually put you into a bubble and you're removed from battle for a couple of seconds. You just float there in space and you can't do anything about it. It's actually kind of cool. I like it a lot. Steven's going to be someone I practice. But for now, that looks like all of the tutorials. That was basic. That was advanced minus Wonder Woman. I still can hear that. Guys, it's time. So what we're going to do after this is I'm going to pick 3 of my favorite characters. That's going to be Finn, Superman, and Steven Universe. I picked those 3 because they have different play styles. One's a bruiser, one's an attacker, one's a support. And you're going to watch as we get to get better with those characters. We rise through the ranks. We become masters. So let's turn off this video. Let's pick up our controllers. Let's get better together. Let's do this. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.